It's the grits. It's the glam. It's the grits. And ooh, you know the glam. Oh, it's the grits. It's the glam. It's the grits. And ooh, you know the glam. Oh.
For the people who are listening right now, we are coming to you.
We're recording
live.
So apparently this is Matt's podcast now.
Welcome back to it.
Just one thing, Matt. Make sure you really talk into that mic.
I am. I'll talk aggressively into it.
Because it just doesn't have the...
Patricia did not bring the...
Oh, I'm
Ready,
sorry.
Patricia?
The one thing...
5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to
another
episode
9
of Grits to Glam. We're so excited. We have the one, the only, my boyfriend, Matthew R. King.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. For the people who are listening, we are coming to you live. Not like really live.
Yeah, no, it's live. Live studio audience.
Gulf Shores, Alabama, in this incredible beach house that Tristan's parents have been so nice to pay for.
Comp at this difficult time.
And
Not only comp the house, comp the food, the alcohol.
Food, they did great, and we'll probably introduce them a little later because I know they want to stop in.
I have paid for some alcohol, and I'm indulging in that alcohol as we speak.
Right.
Yes, we are here for the Hangout Festival.
For people who aren't familiar with Hangout Festival, it's one of the most notable music festivals of the southern region of the United States of America.
I was going to say the same thing.
You know, there's Lollapalooza, there's Coachella, there's ACL.
Stagecoach.
And there is Hangout Fest.
And it has been an incredible lineup. And what I love about this festival is that it's right on the beach. There's no other festivals like it out there. If Patricia's just looking at me because she can't handle that I'm coming
No,
on
you
this
guys are
podcast.
okay. I'm just like thruppling over here.
No, I
steering
think
the
I've
ship.
been thruppling with you two,
Yeah, you have.
which is totally fine.
But for those who don't know, y'all, I mean, I've gone to Hangout since I was in high school. So I'm a pro.
Right.
It's about my 7th Hangout.
This is my second.
Okay, go on.
The last one I went to.
Do you...
Hey, so excited.
Anyways,
so your second and
The last one
what
I went
else?
to was randomly. We decided to buy tickets the day of, me and 3 of my guy friends, and
Cute.
drove down and had a blast. I think the Chainsmokers were the headliners. So
Wow. Do you think the festival itself has improved over the years?
I feel like
or-
they've had the same formula and it works.
Yeah, I was actually
Just
really,
the slope, intercept formula,
Right.
etc. Yes.
Has it improved for you? Because this is my second one.
This year it was hot as fuck. I've only gone into the festival one day because yesterday I could not handle it. I could not handle the heat, the humidity. Love Alabama, but the South.
Because it's like it comes right after a rainstorm.
Yes.
And so as soon as that rainstorm is over, it is miserable.
Yeah, because you know how there's like South by Southwest? I would call this place Cheeks by Cheeks West.
Yes,
because,
due to all the cheeks.
It was
I
just
mean, it was cheek central.
cheeked up. I've never
Really?
seen so many cheeks in my life.
Did it make you horny?
Honestly, no, because it was some
Tristan!
Sorry, I
you
feel
know,
horrible.
I'm all for people rocking whatever God gave them, but man, there were a lot of cheeks out.
I also feel like it was a Shein fashion show.
Yeah. Well, I was also wearing shorts that were pretty good, but the amount of sand I got inside of my body and all over my body.
Well, that's because you lay on the sand.
Okay, but those people they don't even have to lay on the sand, and they're getting it all in places that you should not be getting sand
Our
in.
Uber driver yesterday had towels on his seats because he was like, I do not want these random
Justice.
people's butts just on my car seats.
Right. They're they're coochie juices.
Well,
Can we do a quick pause? We are recording.
Yeah.
And that's recording?
Yes, this is recording.
Okay, I just wanted
So we actually have a podcast called Grits to Glam where we
I don't know if you
every
knew
single
that. And this is our 9th episode.
So we do this every single week. I know you haven't watched it ever
Or listened.
acknowledged.
I have listened. I
Okay.
have not
Hasn't even, like,
watched
you
What
know,
did we talk
shared it
about
for
on the
us.
last episode?
I didn't listen to the last episode.
Okay.
What about the
Point perfect.
second one?
Guys, I live Grits to Glam.
What
I'm
about our-
around you guys all the time.
But also, do you know that we've had a guest on here before?
Yes, you had Brooke on.
No.
Nope.
You had.
Bet you feel really awkward.
Didn't you have Brooke on?
No.
No.
You said yes. You guys did have.
No,
Brooke
Do
on.
I
you
don't-
even follow
did-
our Instagram?
I do follow the Instagram.
Wait, we forgot to acknowledge our really cute shirts, our unofficial Grits to Glam merch.
Matt has a different one, but we have little VW cars on them.
Yes. We're going to take some pictures today at Hangout when we go in at 5 p.m. CST.
Yeah.
Wow, we're not in PST anymore. But we've got the Grits to Glam merch, of course.
Let's just say about these shirts, and for the people listening, they are those tacky, typical airbrush T-shirts you see all the time in like beach town areas. And we set out on that mission today to get the airbrush T-shirts. Also, Channing, the girl who lives with them, you guys are
Okay, our best friend.
Just
not
the girl that lives with us. That's it.
I was trying to familiarize them.
We talked about Channing.
The audience knows
Talked
Channing.
about Channing.
Yes.
Channing decided yesterday not to go to the festival, but to go on a boat and all the way in Orange Beach, which is about 45 minutes away from Gulf Shores.
With
About
traffic,
30.
Yeah.
And homegirl left her purse in Gulf Shores or in Orange Beach. So we decided to go on a bit of an errand, or I decided to tag along with you guys.
He was feeling really left out. We weren't
Yeah.
inviting him.
Well, I know, but I'm glad I did come along on the journey. But we go all the way out there, and we find this, adorable old man selling these shirts.
Souvenir City in Orange Beach. Shout out to him.
Who knew Patricia's dad's hamburger restaurant?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, and he asked for a hamburger with everything on it. And
He said, I would have given you a shirt for free if you brought me a hamburger. And I said,
Well, I mean, what were you going to put it in your handbag? Like on the way-
handbag, like, yeah.
handbag helper.
Handbag helper.
heaven.
And this guy, we all pick our designs. Tristan and Patricia get the Grits to Glam. Patricia gets the Volkswagen.
The only
Beetle.
thing,
He gets
we
the
really
Volkswagen.
followed the designs that he had.
Yeah.
The only change that we did was we wanted a little
Color.
bit different color, and that's it.
And I got a manatee. I was gonna do a hoot and a half one, but I thought it would be too.
But we just
confusing.
told him he was completely copying us.
That kind of looks like you, the manatee.
It does.
It does. And I got it in Matthew, and we were really excited about getting these T-shirts. And he told us it was going to be about
30 to 40 minutes.
Which is time because art takes time, and
Right.
we are appreciative of fine art.
Yes.
And we were going to wait that long. We're like, okay, no problem. We'll go run some errands, etc.
and we go run those errands.
We did.
Like I had enough
We sprinted.
time. Y'all were gonna go.
We went and got coffee. He went and got a beer.
I went and had a beer at a Hurricane Bar and Grill, which
Boys
is like a
being dudes.
Walmart version of Margaritaville. And then we go back to the Souvenir City, and they're still not done.
Well, there was a girls' trip getting shirts in front of us.
Oh, and these girls, I could tell.
I
man,
could
they
tell.
could
Why
They
is
were
Matt
on
sounding
a
Southern?
girls' trip.
And a girl skipped me in line, and then she goes up there, and it's like, well, I want the design for number 73, but I want the colors for the number 65, but I also don't want the exact colors in number 65, and I want it to be yellow, orange, and pink, but I want it to be 10 letters, and I know it only allows you to do 5 letters. And this man, poor thing, was just like,
Oh, yeah. I could
Justice.
not believe the gumption this woman had. She's in that yellow sundress that's just like down to the floor. Her friend's wearing a cheetah print, trying to get a T-shirt made for.
what's wrong with cheetah print, babe?
There's nothing. I'm just illustrating these group of gals. You were
Not
just
you
diving
judging.
into them as
Not
well.
you judging other women for what they wear.
Oh, come on. Anyways, they were unbearable.
And Matt was literally like making like a shocked face.
But I wasn't making like a bitchy face. I was just like smiling and in that just baffled look where I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like you're acting like this, like you're customizing your own brand new Mercedes that you're buying.
Right.
When this is just an airbrush t-shirt, gal.
Right.
And we have been waiting for over an hour
Eons,
to get
yeah.
this done.
And so I guess one of her friends noticed Matt like, being baffled, and I don't know what she said to the girl in the yellow dress, but the yellow dress girl goes, my money spends the same way as his money does.
Oh dear God.
And then sweet man, we get up there and he was like, unfortunately, it's going to be another 30 minutes. We've had, because he's the only one up there working, so he's taking the orders as well as making the airbrush shirts. So then we ended up going to Mexico Lindo.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Tristan
great.
was playing brown noise on his phone.
Not only brown noise, he was playing fart noises, and even you were playing moaning and orgasmic sounds
on
off your phone.
Spotify.
On
Who knew that?
Spotify.
How
And
do
that
you
was
even
from
know
your
to look that
phone.
up?
Huh?
That was from your phone, by the way.
Well, hopefully my Spotify Unwrapped
It was
doesn't
in your-
turn into be.
It was in your recents.
and
That's
then
why I'd found it.
Oh.
So what have you been searching?
Okay, so now you're
Gotcha.
lying.
Gotcha.
You have me on as a guest, and then you lie, Tristan. And then you also doing your my favorite voice that you do.
Wait, hey, I really want some cheese dip right now.
It is my least favorite voice. I do not speak German.
why? I should do a whole episode like that. I think it's fun.
Hey, what?
It kind of sounds like SpongeBob, like in a really weird way, though. Well,
I don't know.
Speaking of being on, doing podcasts and such, etc. If you're ready to just clear the air of why you haven't chosen to invite me on your podcast and why you have banned me from even stepping foot on the Hoot and Half set, go ahead.
Tristan, I think you're a hard person to pin down. You know, on top of doing this hustle, you have another.
That is an excuse. You haven't even asked
Can you not
them.
interrupt me?
I'm a businessman.
You have one rule of having a podcast guest on is not to interrupt me.
For
You have
trying to be a
interrupted me.
businessman.
Patricia, you've interrupted me like
You're
over.
my boyfriend.
Can I just get a sentence out?
Without
Who
lying, you can.
say
the truth of why you won't have
road
Tristan
goes-
on there.
You need to.
Not because his schedule is busy, because you haven't even asked him.
Honestly, I've had bigger guests, and I needed to book them, and it's a money thing. Really.
Put your mic to your mouth.
But you know what? I'm glad that I am now on this podcast first to establish our connection,
Right.
and this audience will come over to mine, and mine will come over to yours. So it's an equal exchange.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense? You're really this upset about it? No, not really.
No, I just think it's funny.
No, but
Todd and Brett had us on before.
Yeah, they did. And it was a great episode.
There was one day that they couldn't get a guest, and I was like, well, why don't you have me and Tristan on? Like, we just started our podcast like 2 weeks ago. We're available. No.
No, what?
You wouldn't let us come on?
Oh, well, don't worry about it. You guys have to go.
We're not worried about it. It's just funny now.
The thing
It's
is,
comical.
What's just funny is never once have I given anybody a hard time about why I haven't been on their podcast.
Because it's not like somebody that you're, like, we're close to you, Matt.
That's true.
Like, it's a
Okay.
different story.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really sorry about it. I just had other commitments with
Matt's
other people.
psoriasis is going to be acting up
yes.
so bad.
For the people who are listening, people who are watching, my psoriasis has now been reactivated into my life. Last time an outbreak happened was in 2019. And if you don't know what psoriasis is, it's an autoimmune skin disorder.
Okay.
But I am entirely grateful, Patricia, that you have been rubbing me down.
That is so inappropriate.
What? That is what
Ew.
you're doing. It is it's a cream that has to be applied to my psoriasis to make sure that it doesn't scale off.
Do you have a sponsor, like, for your psoriasis?
Humira. I wish, actually.
Yeah, put it into the world. We have a lot of Humira listeners. on
And
this
so
podcast.
now, because what's happening is that my immune system is overreacting and fighting something that is no longer there, and it chooses to attack my skin. So my skin cells are replicating at a very dead skin cells are shedding off at a very fast rate.
But it's not as bad as it was the last time you had it because you were able to get the Humira, right?
Yes, the last time I had it was in 2019, and it took them months for them to approve the prescription, the drug.
And that's why we want to thank Humira for sponsoring today's podcast. We really appreciate you.
Humira is
No free ads, but Humira, if you want to reach out to Matt,
yes,
he'd really appreciate
I
it.
He
highly
would.
recommend it if you have gutate psoriasis
He
or
would.
Crohn's or any joint issues.
You could be like one of those commercials that has like, if you experience like all these things, blah,
I
blah,
would
blah.
absolutely
You'd be really
sign
good at
up
it.
for one of those.
You would be really good with commercials, Matt. You have a good voice for it.
I
Not
love
to
the
boost your ego
commercial
or anything.
Snapchats
But
that he does. You know,
What?
the ones that you always film of him, like Target ads or Kohl's Cash, like the ones you do in the car.
oh, the Taylor Swift song, "Stay, Stay, Stay."
Yeah, that's the name of the song. Yes, for the people, I keep being very mindful of our
Yeah,
listeners.
no, that's sweet.
Yeah, the song "Stay" by Taylor Swift. That's a Cole song.
Dun, dun, dun,
It's like the backing
No,
track.
it's a little ukulele. It comes in and it's too cheery, and it's just like this season at Kohl's. Make sure you buy something for your loved ones with board
Make sure to
shorts.
spend that
Have
Kohl's Cash while you can.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna expire in a couple months.
So
I feel like
let's.
those never expire.
So enough about my skin, and I do. This isn't like a formal interview of me.
No.
Gosh, no, we just wanted you on it because you're here and you're available.
You could interview us if you want to.
We
Oh,
can't.
somebody a few months or when we were asking like questions or like you should do a little Q&A of like who knows Patricia better.
Oh, yeah, that would kind of be fun. I'm down.
Are we doing that this episode, or we should save that for the next one? 'Cause
Maybe-
I don't think
Maybe
we-
save it because I'm not prepared at all for questions to even ask you guys.
What's one question you think you could ask?
I don't know.
One question about that Tristan or I would know that you hold close to your heart that you think represents who you really are.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. Like,
What we wouldn't know?
when I'm sad, what's the one thing that I want when I'm sad? I don't even think I get that sad that often. I
Your
just
bed and to close yourself off into the room in your dungeon. And
What's
watch
the one
movies.
thing that-
Ice cream.
yeah, like I feel like both of y'all know like the most anal thing I'm about cleaning the house.
Cleaning the
Oh,
house.
yeah.
Of course.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good question.
It's okay, babe. We can do
Well,
a
that's
whole
why
episode about it.
we
Let's
can
do
do
another one. Yeah, y'all put me on the spot right there.
So, but I guess
know.
my question for you guys is, you know, we've gone to this festival. Have you had any really cool moments interacting with people? Any G to G fans?
yes.
Yes.
We've
Have-
had lots. There was a girl, I think her name was Vanessa or Victoria. She went to Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
She also like loved you too. There was this girl named Morgan that worked for Monster that was like a fan of all
one
of
his name
us.
is Michelle, maybe. It was her birthday. Is it Michelle?
No, McKenna.
McKenna.
McKenna, and I
yes.
hope she had the best birthday. This was the coolest thing. I'm sitting on the sand. Tristan, this was the day Tristan didn't come.
I was exhausted due to exhaustion feature.
I was sitting on the sand listening to Leon Bridges, and all of a sudden I hear, "It's the grits, it's
So
the
cool.
glam."
And my mouth just dropped.
Like that was
I
like one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
could not. It was really cool to witness that for you. And this girl just like buckles down to her knees in the sand and is looking
crazy.
at Tristan or looking at Patricia like she is like
Queen Elizabeth.
a
I've never
a
like
god.
experienced that, like,
Yeah.
because it's usually like people are like, "Oh, you're Matt's girlfriend. I love you. That's so cool." But they're already like fangirling over Matt. They're probably trying to get closer to Matt.
Right.
But like this was like this, and then there was also a girl. I'm wearing her bracelet now. Her name was Abby,
Love Miss Abby.
and I was walking to the bathroom by myself, and all of a sudden I hear Patricia. And for me, you know, I'm in Alabama, thinking this was probably someone that knew me.
college, high
Like,
school.
exactly. And then she was shaking, and I was like, "Don't shake. I'm not that like." It was just weird.
It's just little old me.
It's just me. Like, it's okay. And we took a picture. She gave me a bracelet that says Slay. She was like, "I promised myself if I saw you, I'd give this bracelet."
Oh my god.
And she did. And then I was like, "Hey, here's a hot tip. Matt and Tristan are down there to the left getting corn dogs."
Hey, you
And-
want to find some more of us? We're down here.
Yep.
She tried to give me her other sleigh bracelet, and I said, "Baby, like you need to slay as well. Like you need
This is
to."
your last one. You can
Right, and also I didn't want to see the look on her face when it snapped because her like what are
Right.
these called?
Her
Wrists
wrists.
were so small, and I knew when I put it on that bitch would snap everywhere, and there would be beads all over the place.
Didn't you get a wristband? Didn't one snap in the pool earlier?
Maybe,
What?
Oh,
did
maybe.
mine?
I thought there was a
I've had a couple like bead things snap when I put them on.
Well,
including
this
the
one I
candy
was even
hearts.
nervous. Like anytime when I got in the ocean. Speaking of when I got into the ocean, it was. Remember when we talked to the Sister Mary?
Yes. So Patricia,
I haven't heard about this. I just saw the photo.
Patricia was already out and about in her swimsuit, and she said, "I need to go pee, but I want to pee in the ocean." Not really sure what the logic.
No, I didn't
was.
want to go pee in the ocean. I just wanted to go into the ocean.
I was under
piss,
the
girl.
impression that the sole reason why you wanted to enter the ocean was to
no,
urinate.
the ocean is good for your skin.
So, anyways, you go
You should
down.
try it, Matt.
It'd be great for your psoriasis. babe.
So we see this elderly couple.
No, they were
not-
just two friends.
They were just two friends. Well, I couldn't tell if this woman was a man or a woman.
She was a woman.
No,
dude.
she was a woman, but from the back, the woman was so skinny and her hair was very, very short. I couldn't tell.
From the back, yes.
From the back. And Patricia goes into the ocean. I decided to sit down on the stairs with this sweet elderly lady whose name was Mary, Sister Mary. Former nun, still a nun.
I wasn't exactly sure about that, but I think if you're,
Well, she was.
I think once a nun, always
Always
a
a
nun.
nun.
Well, she was casual. She was out of the and so
I
so-
get in the ocean. It was really rough, so I just went in, got myself entirely wet, came out. Matt's sitting there talking to this lady. We sit and talk with her for probably 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
What exactly did y'all talk about?
Well, she's a nun. We talked about she's from Biloxi. And at
I
first
love
I was
Biloxi.
like, oh, my dad loves Biloxi. He loves to gamble at the
Right.
Belle Rivage, I think, in
Yes,
Biloxi.
it is.
And
My grandparents
then I
lived
was
there
like,
for a
as soon
while.
as I realized that she was a nun, I assumed she probably...
Are nuns not allowed to gamble?
I don't think it is.
Sorry if this is offensive. I just don't know.
I think it is frowned upon to gamble.
gamble at this
I don't think that's in their heart that they would like to go gamble.
Oh.
What are they going to go
Everyone
spend their
loves
money
to,
on?
I know, but everyone loves to like win a slot machine. It's the endorphins of it all.
Yeah, maybe. But it wasn't, I just still felt, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But then her
little.
friend that was walking on the beach was actually a sister at a church called OLS, Our Lady of Sorrows in Birmingham.
Oh wow.
And she knew of Lloyd's, my grandfather's restaurant.
Oh.
Did she know? She only knew of Lloyd's because she was telling me, she was like, we were in Birmingham and there was a place like 10 minutes away and they had a conference like 10 minutes away, and the entire time of the conference, all she was thinking about was going to Lloyd's for lunch right after.
That's so sweet.
So it was fun.
Of all the people to run into on the beach.
And I just love, like, you know, both my grandparents have passed away, so I just love talking.
You are too nice to elderly people, but in a way where it's like it's adorable, but then at the same time we'll get trapped. Or I kind of wanted the conversation to go on for 10 minutes,
right?
And then we were sitting there.
Actually, I don't believe that's true because Matt, when he talks to people, he will get their social security card, what their parents have done for a living, where they come from, the last flight they took.
Valid.
I keep going on.
Valid, but I keep it a little bit quick though.
Yeah, I don't.
But like, I feel like that made that lady's day just sitting there talking to her, and I just.
But also, I was thinking by it making her day, quote, like, does it actually, like, you know how sometimes like,
I'm like, did she really just want to sit there and sit on the beach?
But when like old people are at restaurants alone, like, think of yourself alone at a restaurant. Like, I don't want anyone coming up to me feeling bad for me. Like, I want to be there alone.
Yeah.
And like the old people are just like, I mean, they're like, just don't fucking bother me.
Right.
And then they're like, why does everyone keep coming up to me? I'm just trying to have a good time.
I just want to have a good lunch. Stop feeling sad for me.
I know it does look sad, but like if I'm putting myself as an old person, like I'm not. Like, I don't want anyone coming up to me unless you're taking my order and giving me a Diet Cola.
Who struck up the conversation with you and her, Matt?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I did. She goes, oh, she acknowledged you getting in the ocean, and then I said, oh yeah, she is. And then she goes, why aren't you getting in the ocean? I go, because I have psoriasis.
That's like the reason you
Bitch,
should
I have
be.
psoriasis.
Which is the only motive for me in any conversation is to just bring up my psoriasis.
Yeah.
Drink every single time you hear Matt saying psoriasis.
There's a new White Claw flavor.
Passion fruit.
This is not sponsored.
I might be getting IBS. No, I'm okay. We're good.
Oh my word!
I thought it was coming on, and you really can't stop it. And for y'all to judge me for that, I didn't judge Matt for his psoriasis.
Correct.
And I have IBS. Okay.
Okay.
Just don't fucking judge me.
I'm not judging you.
You can judge me if it smells, because I understand that impacts you.
Okay. Anyways.
All right. Anyway.
So what do you want to talk about?
What do we want to talk about?
Probably fuck.
So we are going to the festival this
Today.
evening.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah, and your dad has like a VIP wristband. You're wearing actually 2 wristbands right now.
I secured his credential today because he paid for a ticket and did not go into the festival the entire weekend.
What I'm impressed with about the VIP area at Hangout Fest is that they have built a pool, an in-ground pool on the beach.
And you get free drinks, and you
and
don't
Matt
believe me,
did not believe
do.
us. And we were talking to somebody yesterday, and he was like, is it really true? Well, number one, he didn't believe me that there was a pool there, and he made me walk him straight up to the pool because he was like, there's no way there's a pool.
I'm getting in the pool today.
I was like, there is a pool, babe. And then he was like, there's no way you get free drinks and free food, right? And we went up to somebody and yes, is there really a pool, and is there really free drinks and alcohol or free drinks and food in the VIP?
And
he goes, yes.
They're sure. I just don't see
it's
how
because
that's
Coachella is a scam, and you're conditioned to think that that's normal,
Right.
to not get additional perks with VIP.
Right.
Like the only perk of Coachella VIP is being in VIP.
Right.
Well, then I think that's a hell of a deal. I don't see why anybody would not buy VIP if you were coming to this.
Oh,
festival.
That's why they
yeah.
sell out so quickly, because
Yeah.
it's like when you really calculate how much you're going to spend over the weekend on drinks.
Yeah.
with
And they
GA.
have Big Kahuna, which Big Kahuna is the package above VIP, which you can go have golf carts escort you around to every single stage, and you get to go on the stage to actually watch.
How much is the Big Kahuna package?
I think it's like $2,000 or something.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you have to like really, if you're like wanting to not move a muscle and have the most premium experience, Big Kahuna is probably your best option.
Yeah. I know. I feel bad that we had not devoted enough time into the bigger acts of the evening.
Yeah.
We have kind of only seen Leon
I've only seen
Bridges,
Leon Bridges, yeah.
Remy Cruz. Not
Wolf.
Oh, I was
Remy
about to say
Cruz.
Remy Cruz. I just had Remy on my podcast. Remy
Hey,
Wolf
Remy.
from afar, but she was very, very good.
Yeah.
And we heard surfaces from afar. And on our flight from DFW to Mobile, surfaces, the band was on our plane.
That's so cool.
And the reason why I found out was I was in the front, like right behind, like the row right behind first class. I mean, when I say first class, it was like a 50-person flight.
Right.
But there was a man. Number one, you could tell there was like 4 people up in first class. that were definitely not going to Mobile. They were definitely going to Hangout Fest. Didn't know that they were surfaces. But the guy behind me, there was this man that you just know when you're headed to the South, when like you're sitting next to somebody and they just strike up a conversation immediately.
Yeah.
Because they're just kind people.
Right.
It's like so refreshing. And he was asking the guy with him, he was like, are you heading home? Are you heading elsewhere? And the guy was like, I'm heading elsewhere. I'm heading for work. He was like, he was like, what about you? And the old man was like, I'm heading home. And the guy was like, well, what do you do? And he was like, I'm actually working music. And he was like, what? And then I was like, maybe he works like, he's probably like, you know, a manager or
marketing
something.
person.
Right.
for
And then I
music.
think he was a saxophone person. He was like, I actually play sax in the band called
A
Surfaces.
saxophone person.
He pulls out his saxophone on the flight. I'm actually a saxophone person.
I mean, it was on the flight because he used it as a carry-on. So
Oh, love
yeah,
it.
he should have. And he was like, I'm actually in a band called Surfaces. And then the old man was like, yeah, I was in a band. I was in a Christian rock band one time. And, you know, but right now I just kind of pursued, you know, being a father, kids, the work
Well,
life,
that's
blah, blah,
too
blah.
sweet.
But then I texted Matt that, and he was like, yeah, I'm actually sitting next to one of their producers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, producers or one of their videographer guys.
Or something,
who
because he
work
works for TMG with Cody
Yeah.
Cohen.
Noel.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty cool. Let's
That
talk
was
about,
fun.
but I want to talk about Patricia's hair. So Patricia, last minute before we went to the
5
festival,
minutes before our Uber got there.
if there's one thing with, I don't get it. Patricia will pack 2 luggages filled with clothes and will still come out here and we'll still go to Target and buy last minute outfits.
She was
Which
trying
I
to
am
spend-
going to return.
She was trying to spend a lot of money at Target, and I told her to put a lot of stuff back. So
And I
she
did.
really did good, yeah.
I'm going
But
to return the outfit. I
And
don't want to.
apparently, I didn't. This was not a part of my radar that you were planning to dye your hair last minute.
I told you I wanted to spray my hair. And the whole plan was I wanted to spray it pink, but they were out of the pink there. So I was like, blue would be fun. And I thought, you know, my hair is like, yes, my hair's blonde, but it's like kind of darkish right now. So I
Yeah.
thought spraying that in there wouldn't be as prevalent.
Mm-hmm. You were wrong.
And-
It's still in there. I can see. It kind of looks green now.
It does.
by
It looks
the-
like I had chlorine in my hair.
Yeah.
No, and then at the festival, she
Well,
looked
no.
at-
So then I spray it, and it comes out way too strong. I was like, oh no, but I couldn't stop because I already
Right.
had sprayed half of my hair. I didn't
You're
do a
too
test.
far. You might go all the
I didn't do
way.
a test piece. I was dumb.
Yeah.
And then at the festival, we get there and
It was so we go there. We went to the Malibu tent. We got our content in.
Matt's trying to
I
like
can't
continue
get
the story.
into
And she's
Well,
like,
it's
wow,
my
we're-
story. But it's my
you
story.
interrupt me every moment. I'm like, I can't. It's like aggressive.
This is the breakup episode.
It's like it. I'm just trying to get one thought in. Let's go.
Imagine how
Speak.
I feel.
Speak, Matt.
But okay, so the blue hair was looking pretty good when we walk in, but then with the heat, the humidity, being by the sea, the blue hair powder has been like transferred from her locks of hair onto her face, and it looks like she is
Dying.
Dying.
dying,
A slow
turning
death.
into
Because
a
my hands were also
Like she's being frozen on the Titanic,
completely
maybe.
blue. My little earrings right here.
Blue?
Can you see them?
No.
The pearl.
No, I mean, I don't think.
Oh,
they can
yeah,
see
it's
that.
blue.
Well,
But-
I'm not. Well, anyways, my pearl earrings are now blue because I didn't put my earrings on until after. Yeah.
So she was a blue little adorable
Smurf. Violet from Willy Wonka.
There you go.
But here's my thing. Matt was so mad at me that I did it, but I'm like,
I
You were
wasn't
just trying to
so
live
mad.
life.
Matt
love.
was mad.
I
You were
wasn't
mad.
so mad. I just wish you put a little bit more thought. It was a very rash decision.
I
She
think
was
it's
trying
fun
to
to be
live,
impulsive.
laugh, love, and she just couldn't do so in those circumstances.
Well, I did do so, and then when
Well,
I
you
realized,
tried, but like it was, it
But-
was a key learning from the weekend,
right,
especially
to
in
not
Alabama.
spray your hair, but at least it wasn't like a Halloween when I put
Pink.
pink dye that was, I knew it was gonna last 4 weeks. At least I knew just to get the temporary this time,
right.
because I almost did get like the pink that would last longer, but then I was like, no, I want to get my hair highlighted.
Your
in
mom would
Birmingham.
murder you too.
Oh yeah, but your mom in the pool goes, Trisha, I love you, and you looked so beautiful yesterday. With your hair was looking so good, but the blue looks so bad.
Oh my god! At least she's on. After a couple of proseccos, Becky will begin to tell you whatever is on her mind.
And I said, you know what? And I agree. And my mom's going to be pissed when she sees it.
Yep.
I gotta say though, Tristan, your mom, man, I got a crush on her. Your mom is
scary.
No, your mom is like very attractive and is very hospitable and like a
And
really
fun.
great person and a lot of fun.
Okay.
Sweet.
So I agree. No, she's the best person ever.
She's so
great
sweet.
entertainer. She brings entertainment and joy, and she makes us treats, etc.
She thrives off of it.
Yeah, she loves
she's,
it.
oh, she's truly a gem, and I really think you need to get her to make a little cameo appearance on this episode.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we can bring her in and have her say
Absolutely.
hello.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, we need
How
to.
long have we been recording right now?
You ready to stop? 8 minutes and 47 seconds.
For this take.
Yeah.
So we're almost at 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay, or you have other places to be?
No, I'm just cold. I'm chilly, and I'm wearing.
I'm not cold
Oh,
at
so
all.
Matt is actually done with the podcast. That's why you want my mom to come on.
No. We can still
Oh,
keep
now's a
talking.
good time to cameo Becky Watson.
Well, ask me a question. I'm your guest.
Well, I mean, this is the most obvious question. So this is your first Hangout Fest. How have you liked it? We talked about our experiences, so we want to know
'cause
how
you're
you
used to like other festivals,
Right.
I've enjoyed it a lot more. When I heard about Hangout Fest and that it was going to be down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, I had
Yay.
this expectation in my mind that it was going to be a little cray, a little ratchet, a little like too southern. But besides like the really kind of how would I describe the outfits? Everybody
terrifying.
Yeah,
I think they're outfits from Coachella that were like 2012.
kind of like trashy outfits, but everybody looks like a decent person though.
Yeah.
Where if you ask them for directions or ask them for any type of guidance or assistance, they'd be more than happy to help you.
Well, it's the South, babe.
Yeah,
Well, and the vibes are just immaculate. Like they are like everyone is really, really sweet. Like, and I do feel really old because it feels like a lot of high schoolers and college people, which we're not too far away from like the college people, but like we still have like.
Babe, I'm 5 years away from that.
Oh dear God, you're an ancient grandma. No, but yeah, it seems like it's great. I love the vibes.
But it's also with this one, it's very difficult with the weather because you never know when like a storm is going to be rolling in and stuff. And
But the people of Hangout Fest, I think, have done a really good job of like, watching the weather, and it's only been delayed like an hour each day.
Yeah.
Or there's only been like a little lull, and then they get the schedule rolling back.
But you know what we need to talk about?
What?
Matt screaming at us to get to the festival on Friday.
So Tristan and I are here with Malibu Rum.
You guys are on a business trip.
We're on a
Matt
business
is my
trip with
plus
Malibu
one.
Rum,
Roles are reversed.
drinking Malibu rum.
Yep, always. I keep on hitting my chair. And Friday morning, Tristan and I needed to go to Target.
Run some
And-
errands. Do the pre-festival
Right.
festivities.
Right, we just needed to get a few things, and we knew we had to go pick up our tickets from
From the client.
Michelle,
From Miss Michelle.
and we knew what we were doing.
yeah, we're businessmen
She was
and women.
laying out at the beach. We told her, or at the pool. We told her we would be there around 2.
And we agreed upon that. Matt is trying to have us wheels up to the festival at probably like 12.
He texted us, "Here's your schedule,"
Well, it didn't seem like you guys were committing to it.
and we're getting ready, and he is screaming at us.
Screaming.
Well, with any business brand trip and any influencer deal, you got to look at the creative brief. And on the creative brief, it said to please be at the Malibu activation tent anytime between noon and 3. We were already approaching very close up to the 1:30 mark, and it didn't seem like
It was 1:03 when I was downstairs sitting with everybody.
And also, we got the notification like after we had all gotten ready. Matt's screaming at us to get ready.
Still,
Festival's closed, canceled.
I'm
Because
not
of
the
the rain.
weatherman, okay? I didn't know the weatherman. I just wanted you guys to commit to a schedule because
Go
it didn't
tell
seem
the
like
weatherman,
The
I
point
said.
is, I'm so proud of both of you guys for
Thank
making
you.
this podcast.
We did
for
good.
You coming out and transitioning out here in LA to become a big social media influencer,
Famous star, yeah.
getting the brand deals. Patricia as well.
So we are gonna go to the festival today. Have a great time. Hopefully, if weather permits. Otherwise, I'll be looking like an absolute wet dog, like I have on the first day of the festival, which is why I chose not to go in on the second day.
Correct.
Just due to heat exhaustion, etc.
Valid.
We do need to speak about the elephant in the room, and that elephant is Mr. Harry
Mr.
Styles
Harry's house.
in his brand new album, and I am just blown away. Number one, love the album, but number two, Brittany Broski's takeover with HSHQ.
I can't believe it. That girl manifested that
since
so
day
well.
one.
Since
day one.
one.
And it was just like, I don't think anybody could be jealous, or obviously jealous, but like
Yeah, I'm
everyone
jealous.
is
I'm jealous.
You're allowed to be jealous.
But like
I'm jealous.
everyone has just been so happy for her because
Yes.
like, you
And
know,
that's
like
so good to see, because when people like creators get so successful and people like their number one goal is to just take them down, it's really refreshing to see everyone really rallying behind her and being so supportive.
yes,
So what was the Harry's House performance? He did like a private.
he did a one night only at MSG, Madison Square Garden.
No, it wasn't at MSG. It was at some other one in like Long Island, because there was another show at MSG that night.
And
Okay,
how-
but it was a smaller. It was at
Yeah.
a small arena.
Yeah, like arena.
And how many people were allowed to attend this event?
Well, you could buy tickets. They were pretty cheap.
$25, but it was all pre-order, and
Yeah.
like they went in like
It's
2
impossible
seconds.
to get them.
How does anybody do that? Have
I
you
don't know.
ever been able to buy something that went that fast?
Verified pre-sale, yeah, because with my credit cards, I get like pre-sale stuff,
Oh,
like
okay.
Amex and Capital One.
And he did a whole thing with Amex, and like you could get like he did like a Harry's house, right?
Yeah, Harry's
pop
house.
up in LA right next to 40 Love, so like
And in
2 seconds
Dallas,
away from
New
our
York,
house.
like they took over so many different
Toronto.
stores. Yeah,
Nashville.
And now, what do we think about the album? Are we happy with it?
I'm very happy.
I'm
with
very
it.
happy. We sat and Matt, Carter, Katie. Carter and Katie are 2 of Tristan's friends.
Yes,
My friends as well from Auburn, but Tristan's like best friends, his former roommates. So we all had a little roommate rally around him, talked about him.
I don't know how we always end up with so many of my former roommates all in the same like space. Like it's really scary for me, because like Lord only knows what they can talk about. Because like me as a roommate, like yeah, I'm really fun to be around, but like I'm also messy. And,
But at
like,
least like, you know, obviously we all still love you.
well, weirdness is originality too.
Yes.
That
You know what I
too.
mean? My
But so we all sat on the beach and listened to the album.
yeah.
So, what tracks are we digging? Which ones
My
are our favorites?
Music
I like-
for a sushi restaurant. I love Late Night Talking.
Little Freak is so good.
Yes. Oh my God, what's the other
Cinema,
one?
I love. Matilda, I love.
Oh, Satellite's good.
Mhm.
I feel like they're all good. I really need to just like, I think I'm going to take my time going back to LA on Monday to really focus in on the whole album.
Can
and,
we
like-
listen to it on the car ride home tomorrow morning?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Wait, that's perfect time
Yeah.
to do that.
Perfect.
So we really need to take a deep dive, because like we haven't really had the full opportunity to like,
We've listened to it once, but we really need to like
yeah.
sit there and digest. Matt, did you have a favorite?
I like one of those songs that had like a really good groove to it.
I feel like it's music in a sushi restaurant.
Maybe
It sounds, people are saying it sounds like the Ant Farm, or what's it called?
Alien Ant Farm.
No, there's like a show, but the intro sounds a lot like it.
Oh,
It's crazy.
interesting.
Yeah. But I feel like his album, like, I guess on the Zane Lowe interview, he was saying something like, you know, I have gotten to such a good place with my fans. Like, each album has been so different, but he's making what he wants to make. And I think he was saying, like, if I ever get to the point where I'm making, like, you know, always making, like, #1 hits, like,
Bangers.
or like, you know, fast fashion type music. That's when I've like gone wrong, and I think he literally is making music for the times.
Wow.
You know, the sign of the
Sign
times.
of the times. Yep.
And it's so true, because every single album there's not been a consistency in it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
It's just been growth after growth after growth.
And there shouldn't be like that's what gets frustrating about like people when they do albums like that. It's just like it's the same thing over and over
Right.
again. But like with him, it's like you're gonna get a different kind of sauce each time, a
Right.
different little flavor, a little flair.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yummy.
like kind of a different
Yeah.
sleigh. Yeah, he's great. I was so just like blown away, and it was funny to see like all the fans already. Are you getting a
doing?
massage?
Scratch my back, Patricia.
It was
I
crazy
was-
to see all the fans singing along in the crowd, and they already knew like the words to the songs.
And it
like,
came out literally, but
it had
it
been
did get
24
leaked.
hours. I know, but I feel like true fans like don't.
I didn't
listen to the leak. Yeah.
I will say my mom texted me and my 2 cousins, Olivia and Anna. Shout out to Olivia and Anna. I love you both.
Shout out.
She texted us because me and Olivia and Anna have been to we went to one concert together, but we've been fans, you know, since I was a fan since high school of One Direction.
Right.
Anyway, she texted us and goes, I picked the Peloton class today. That was all of Harry's album.
Aw.
Just for y'all.
Whoa, cool.
Actually, that
And-
would make me want to jump on the Peloton.
I know. And I texted her, I was like, hope you enjoyed it. And she was like, it was a really fun class.
Oh,
She really enjoyed it. So
good.
even with the song that Price said, side boobs. I don't even know if I can say the other word on there.
Right. It's okay.
Here's another naughty word after side
boobs, cocaine.
Oh, you can't say cocaine on this podcast.
You can
Well,
say it's not like
I'm
you're
so-
actively doing it.
Quoting. You're
Okay, I'm
quoting
quoting.
the lyric.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, because I saw so many.
Thigh boobs, cocaine. I don't want to talk about the way that I was.
Leave America, 2 kids follow her. I don't want to talk about the way that it
Oh,
was.
we're gonna get demonetized.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
We're gonna get demonetized.
We're not monetized, babe.
You're not monetized.
We're
like
all
on
good.
YouTube?
We're not at that eligibility yet, but
Oh,
we're getting there.
we'll
We're
get
about to
there.
get the watch hours, so we'll be good.
Yeah.
We've only done a couple episodes on YouTube. Like we just recently, you wouldn't fucking know, but we
Because
just
you don't watch
recently
them.
launched on YouTube.
He's probably not even subscribed.
No, definitely not.
I think I'm subscribed.
And you have like 3 channels.
Let's check. Will you
Let's
check right now?
Let's check.
You can subscribe on Unfiltered. You can subscribe on your personal and Hoot and a Half.
Yes, but
That's-
also
and we
our
need-
fans, if you aren't subscribed to Unfiltered or Hoot and a Half,
Give them, like, we love doing charity work. Like, give them some likes and
yeah, like
'Cause,
they're
like-
so like under the like,
yeah,
Oop.
they're like one of my favorite. Like,
He wasn't subscribed.
Oop, I was not subscribed, but now I am, and it was so easy
go ahead
to
and
do.
smash that subscribe button for me.
That is an unsupportive boyfriend.
Yeah, you don't think I know that?
Sorry, I thought I had.
It's the
In
potential
my
breakup
badness.
song.
Y'all, I gotta pee.
I know, I'm about to,
but
like-
I think you should have your mom come on.
Let's have Channing, your mom, and your dad
Okay,
come do
cool.
a little.
Okay,
A little quick cameo. Guys,
Well-
thank you so much for having me in just this one moment.
We're
Feel
gonna-
free to check out my own podcast, Hoot and a Half. But you know what? You guys who are listening to this one are real ones. Please continue to do so.
That
I
is
love
sweet.
these 2 individuals so much.
Oh,
Who do you love more?
You, because you're my girlfriend.
That's rude.
But Tristan,
Really?
very,
Ew.
very close though.
Thank
What?
you.
What's
Love you.
ew about that?
Love you.
Comfortable with myself.
We just made a
And we'll have Matt on again and actually have like a true
like questionnaire. We want to
questionnaire
do.
type thing.
A
But
formal interview, but this was fun. This was great.
This was great.
thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Who should I go get?
Go follow Matt. We love doing charity work. It's Matt R. King. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Love
Okay.
you guys.
Love you. Bye. And we
love-
have another little special surprise guest on
Hi.
here, Miss Channing. Tanning.
Yes.
And
How are
that's-
y'all?
That's going to be at Tanning
By
on
the way,
Instagram.
on Instagram,
Make sure you
TikTok.
subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Yes.
What
so
is it?
true. Good question. And that's a really good question.
Hey,
Thank you
thank
for
you so-
asking.
Well, I was trying to help you get some more views.
Well, let me look.
Well,
Let's
we can
see.
link it in the Instagram.
Okay.
I'm subscribed.
But
Yes.
if you're watching on YouTube or in the description of Spotify or Apple, it'll be in that description.
Correct. And also, she is one of the founding members of Fresco Picnic Co.
Yes, so true.
Which, of y'all know, we did do a sponsored segment for Grits to Glam for Fresco.
It's just seeing that little collab just made my day, to
Yeah,
be
I know.
honest.
Kind
you
of
know what I mean?
So for those who don't know, Channing is my best friend from home. We were not friends in high school, and
At
then
all.
I convinced her to be friends with me.
No, explain what happened was y'all were at a party and
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
at a freshman year party.
Well, no, we
Actually,
need to
you
st-
say it because
okay,
you were.
we need
Yeah.
to start with what happened when I saw you when we were moving in the dorms freshman year at
Mm-hmm.
Auburn. My mom was there helping me, and she was like, "Oh, Channing, look, that's that Tristan kid from Montgomery." And here's the thing about me: like, yes, I come across as like probably like over the top, outgoing, social for some reason, but
not at all. Like I don't
Which
know why
is
you come out that
random.
way.
Yeah.
but
Like what?
right, there are sometimes times when I just don't feel like socializing, like
Yeah.
at all.
Correct.
And that day, I think I was like moving in, so I was exhausted just due to like exhaustion, etc.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Exhaustion
so
purposes.
my mom was like, "Look, there's that Tristan kid." I was like, "Drive, go, go, go." Like I'm just not in the mood. Sorry, I feel
It was
horrible.
fucked up.
And then I saw you again at a pregame for psychedelic.
Which is one of like the first big socials you have when
Oh
you
my
go
gosh,
to
yeah,
Auburn.
with 80 Pi, Katie, and Alpha Gam.
Yes.
And then it
Yes.
switches between like Alpha Gam and Phi Mu, or it switches
Yes.
between
Yes.
80 Pi
Yeah,
and Phi
85
Mu.
doesn't always get in, so we were there that year.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They were able to grant security clearance for that
Thank
year.
heavens. And again, like,
Sorry,
I
Katie
know
was
it's
always
really
there.
awkward, so awkward. But thank God we went ahead and got the invite that
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
But you know, like I had just gotten into 80 Pi, like I barely know these girls. I wasn't really like drinking at all, which is random. And so then again,
Times have changed. Let me
put
just.
it that way. So then again, I see Tristan. I'm just like feeling kind of awkward. So I just keep walking, and Tristan's like, hello. Are you really not gonna come say hello to me?
So y'all go to the same high school?
No.
No,
No,
rival high
different high
schools.
schools.
Yeah,
Okay.
she went to the bad one. I went to the good one.
Right. Well, we had a
Babe, she's poor.
gate, and y'all had a bridge.
A bridge. Yeah.
Rivals.
Similar, yeah.
Right on the same road, though.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
St. James.
Is that what? I feel like I know people that went to
I'm
St.
sure you've never heard of it.
You
That's
kn-
completely fine.
You know Channing. She went there. Yeah.
Channing Glen.
So yeah.
Yes.
Her.
Then
By the way.
Oh,
our
shit,
friendship
that's her.
evolved.
Right.
Channing was in Birmingham for a while. I was in Atlanta. We do like cross tours where we'd be able to like go and like hang out. could not get away from each other, and then now she's living
Well, then
with.
like 2 years ago, 4th of July, both of y'all came and visited.
Yes,
Exactly.
That was her first and her
That was my
first
first time in
exposure.
LA, yeah.
And then you came and visited Tristan this past October.
And, yeah, like.
And I only got to see you for a night because that was when me and Matt were going
to like
out
a
of town.
wedding or something.
Yeah,
Of
wedding in
course.
Italy.
Right.
Have you heard?
Oh,
Have you ever been?
shit.
Have you ever heard of that place?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Yes. Sorry. I feel horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
you know the Italy place.
Yeah, we normally
You know
do
where it is?
Mykonos, but
Yeah.
Right,
So-
right. So yeah, so I didn't get to see you, but I guess that weekend was enough to convince her
It
to.
really solidified. I was just like, how am I supposed to be sitting back in Alabama watching Tristan live his best life in LA
And me.
without me? Of course, that you've been there for a while though. You know, he was just kind of like newly had
I
moved
was
there.
the new fresh bitch.
and
And let's just say this: if it weren't for me, none of y'all would be in California.
Wait, so true.
That's
Well,
so true.
I've been destined to be famous like for my whole life.
Well, yeah, but if it wasn't for me, you would still be stuck in Atlanta.
so
Well,
what we
sure.
need to do is get down on our knees and say thank you, Patricia.
And so
I love that.
God
Bow
save the
down.
queen.
Bow down.
And
Okay.
so now Channing lives with Patricia and I temporarily, of course,
Via the couch.
via the couch mechanism due to the fact she cannot sleep with me because
Snoring.
of my snoring.
Yep. He tries to act like he does not snore.
I
but
don't.
He'll flip a switch and just go into bear mode.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it. I made him put on a breathe right strip, Vicks all over his like nose, mouth, etc. I can do like earplugs, 16 sound machines, and can I still hear him snoring? God,
Yeah.
yes.
I wouldn't. Tristan would have to sleep with
Unfortunately.
me. I would have to put my pillow over my head, and I had 2 sound machines.
Was
on.
Literally,
this just
we-
the
as well
shit
as
on
my
Tristan
phone sound
segment?
machine.
Yes.
And my phone sound machine
Yes.
right next to my ear. And then I was fine. You don't move in the bed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's,
so
the
like,
one, that's the one upside.
yeah.
Sorry, I was kind of zoning out because I'm just getting roasted from all ends at this
So
point.
anyway, so Channing's been on our couch, which is very comfortable.
Yes,
Yes.
it really is.
But this next week I'll be gone. She gets
Taking
my
over
bed.
her room, and
And
then
then
I'll be out of their
I
hair
know,
by
which
the
is next
end of the
week.
month.
I know, June 1st.
In a month? No, babe, that's next week.
I said by the end of the month, so that is in like a couple days. No, the end of the month, babe.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So I did.
Anyway.
So Channing did drive across the country with her mom Tia.
And y'all can watch the vlog, which
Tia,
will be
right?
linked below.
Yes.
I
Tia.
just second guessed myself.
Tia
Tia.
G.
And you know, Channing had all of her clothes in there as well as her Peloton. And I did want to ask, what are you leaving that?
Mm-mm. And we're gonna have to bring the Peloton over to my new apartment.
Well,
So
Matt's going to have to help you, or like some of
Matt's
the
gonna have
boys.
to pick it
Patrick
up.
could.
Nick
Some of the
and
boys. Yes,
we'll have a
Nick.
couple people step in and help out because I cannot pick that up.
Or are you going to pay them? Or?
Oh my God, no! I'll let y'all borrow it once or twice
Okay,
if you
yeah.
want to
No,
help
that's
out.
perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
Kind
Anyway.
of sad that I never even tried it when you had it.
Well, I told you were welcome to, babe.
I know, but they make my legs too thick.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts my feet. I don't like it. I also just don't like exercising in general.
Right. You just kind of have to get. It kind of hurts your bottom too, but you just have to.
It
kinda
does
get
hurt
used
my
to
bottom.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, we're
anywho.
gonna miss you in the house.
I mean, you think I'm not gonna miss y'all like crazy? I'm sure I'll be back over there every day in the Redneck Yacht Club.
Well,
I'm
I
sure.
can't wait to come over and sit on y'all's like your place.
Yeah. You
I know.
can-
I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be so
Me
cute.
too.
And the person she's subleasing one of my friends. So it's one of Matt's friend's girlfriend who's now my friend Jamie.
She's too
and-
sweet.
Sweet
Oh,
girl.
the sweetest
Absolute
person, and
gem.
she's from Australia. And I guess everything with there was like a flood in Australia and everything at the what is the word
The
called?
visa.
Word the visa, but the what is that word called?
COVID-19.
Customs.
Not customs. Anyways,
Cooter
the place.
doctor.
Dagianas. That's probably what it was.
Patricia's actually going to be one of them cooter doctors.
By the way, if y'all have not heard,
If
you
the
heard it here first.
if the podcast does not work out, Patricia's going to be a cooter
One
doctor.
of them Cuda doctors. or she
Anyways.
might be a hostess at a Dagianas. It's kind of up in the air.
Adagianos, y'all have all been there, right? Anyways, so Jamie works for Chamberlain Coffee,
Right.
and she has it her place stocked.
A plethora.
Yeah, and she said I was welcome,
plethora of
welcome to
drink.
have any of it. So
I'm watching the microphone levels of Janning's mic, and it's just like,
y'all told me to speak up. Y'all really told me to. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you,
Speak
she's
into
just
the mic.
following directions, baby.
Exactly.
well, this has been such a good segment.
Feeling energized after my 6-hour nap.
And Channing, if y'all remember from earlier in the podcast, is the one that left her purse.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all
we talked.
mentioned that?
Yes,
Yes,
we talked
babe.
about it.
Y'all were gossiping about me?
Here we go.
Oh, shit. Anyway.
So
yeah.
we'll have Janning on for a full episode, I think.
Sure y'all won't after all this, Ruckus.
Honestly, this is kind of fun. I would definitely have you back
Yeah,
on.
it's fun. We're just screaming the whole episode. I just can't wait to see
We're
the
probably going to get a noise complaint
how
in this
the
house.
audio looks on the actual podcasting thing, it's going to be like a literal sound earthquake.
And I do have to say one thing about Matt shitting on me for bringing 2 suitcases. Guess what? One of the suitcases was filled with this camera y'all are seeing us on.
Grits
these
to
mics
Glam
that we're
LLC
speaking on, these
equipment.
headphones Tristan's wearing, plus 2 more, plus a ring light that we
Patricia,
didn't even have
yes.
to use. Oh,
Careful, sweetie.
you took them off. I didn't know you had them on earlier.
This is the episode to watch on video.
Literally, please.
dear
yes,
God.
please. Like y'all, honestly, let's just put it on YouTube and that's it.
No.
Patricia packed all this for a reason, so y'all tune in. Look up
Please.
my YouTube. It's Channing Glenn, something along those lines. And if y'all could all just pitch in and Venmo me a couple $100 to get me through the end of the summer, I would really appreciate
Well,
it.
and you also need like new camera equipment.
I mean, I need a lot, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
And we
can
do
ask
want
for
to
it.
congratulate Channing. She does have a job starting in August.
yes,
Congrats.
thank you.
She's a speech
pathologist.
pathologist.
It'll be via teletherapy, but I do not have a job until then. So I'm saying if anybody wants to reach out.
Or if you're like a hostess, like whatever in the LA area at a cool restaurant, maybe
Yeah.
you could hook her up with like the
A job.
general
My old roommate made a lot of money being a hostess.
What restaurant?
I would love
Craig,
to see
or
Channing.
Catch.
Okay.
Channing like turning away people at Catch would be so funny. Sorry, not on the list.
Full.
You should apply the new Catch steak place.
Oh,
right
it's
by
by
our
y'all's
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't really have any experience, but
That's fine.
Completely fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Should
think.
be.
I think you just have to dress cute and that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, hey, we'll give it a go, and I'll keep y'all updated.
Thank you.
Please
All right.
do.
Thank y'all for your time and services.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, follow Channing on Instagram. It's gonna
Channing.
Channing will be down below.
Venmo Channing - Glenn.
You out?
And I'm out.
All right, bye. Okay, you
Y'all
leave.
want me to stay? I'm sure y'all didn't.
Well, let me and Tristan can just close this
Well,
thing
the
out.
episodes. Yeah, you can stay for the closing.
So we are just going to close this episode out, and I do want to apologize. We did not put out an episode last week. We recorded something, and it just from separate areas, and it just
We did like telehealth.
Telehealth. Telehealth.
Like a Zoom situation, and it was just horrible. Like the audio was horrible, and that was because my
But
AirPods.
I did say something on that episode that I really do want to say on this one again.
And say it.
And I'm really, 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 really excited. I'm going to be an aunt coming up this November, and my sister-in-law is pregnant, and I
exciting.
cannot wait.
Slay,
And
slay, slay,
Pete,
slay,
and
slay.
Pete. I'm gonna be
Slay.
poor
Wait.
after
Yes.
this baby's born.
Do you think you're gonna be an aunt or an uncle?
Whatever the baby wants to call me.
Okay, cool.
That's so brave.
Aunt,
Well,
uncle.
congratulations.
Yeah,
We're really
that is
excited
so
for
exciting.
you.
Congratulations, Shelby and Philip. I hope y'all listen to my podcast.
Congrats,
We'll find out
Shelby.
if you do.
And Philip, we love y'all.
We'll find out if you do listen to this podcast if you listen to this.
Well, that has been this week's episode of Grits to Glam.
Channing, you want to sing the jingle?
Yes.
Wait, hang on. We got to like plug first. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe on the podcast apps that you listen to. YouTube, please give us thumbs up, subscribe, etc.
And make us those edits y'all been begging to make for us, and then you haven't.
Maybe some edits would be cool. I mean, I know I just like slug over on the videos, so they might not look that cute, but maybe some video edits would be cute.
And I hope y'all love our little setup for this week.
Yeah, we're
Movie
in
room.
the movie room of this Airbnb.
And did
vibe.
y'all already talk about the airbrush t-shirt?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
Channing also has one. She has a koala on
A
hers.
girl koala.
And one last thing. Tristan, booked this place with his parents' credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at a wedding last weekend and in Birmingham.
Oh my
He
god.
wakes up Sunday morning. He gets a message about checking out of his Airbnb.
Mm-hmm. And
He booked the Airbnb for last week. And he did have to pay an extra large sum amount of money.
$2,200 USD. She was like, so I'm on the phone sobbing, crying to this girl
And this is a Sunday morning hungover after our friend's wedding.
after our friend's wedding. Yeah, so thank you for painting that picture.
You're fine.
And so I'm like freaking the fuck out. And so I'm like sobbing, crying on the phone. This girl is like being so sweet. And she had to pull a lot of strings, but she was able to grant me security clearance to come this weekend just for a small fee of $2,200
Well,
USD.
we were just so lucky that it was even available this
not
weekend.
booked.
I know.
Yeah.
I was shocked. It's such a pretty house. We'll post some recap videos and pictures.
And pictures.
Yes.
Of course.
But yes, so ending of the recap. We're so happy that we're back this week. Okay, we love you guys. We'll see you next week. And let's go 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the grits. It's the glam. It's the grits. And ooh, you know the glam.
Oh.
It's